decades, Italian rugby has long been the underdog of the Six Nations, overshadowed by giants like England, Ireland and France. But that's changing fast. A seismic shift is underway, and whether you're a die-hard fan or just curious, this is a story you can't miss. Stay tuned as we dive into the transformation of Italian rugby. And don't forget to subscribe for more such stories from the world of rugby.
It'll be very interesting as the cap that's coming up. Oh, intercept! And a lifeline thrown to the Italians as Padovani will scamper home. Read it beautifully.
The Italian rugby team, known as GLI Azzurri, has long been the scrappy underdog of international rugby. But today, they're stealing the show with a narrative that's equal parts chaos and glory. This isn't about a single match or a fleeting moment. It's about a team fighting to redefine itself, a nation rallying behind it, and a sport waking up to a new contender. Most people think Italian rugby is a modern thing. But what if I told you its roots go back over a century, and it started with a few British merchants? Yes, in the early 1900s, the sport gained popularity as students and workers returning from France brought their knowledge of the game back home. Italy's rugby journey kicked off in 1929 with their first official test match, a bruising clash against Spain that ended in a 9-0 loss. It was a humble start for a nation where rugby has always played second fiddle to football's dominance. For years, the sport stayed in the background, kept alive by a small but dedicated group in northern towns like Treviso and Padova. The team scratched together wins where they could, but they were never a global force. This changed in 2000 when Italy crashed the party of the Five Nations, turning it into the Six Nations Championship alongside giants like England, Wales, Scotland, Ireland and France. This was a huge moment for Italy, which was always an underdog, now joining Europe's top rugby teams. Their debut win in the tournament came that same year, a 34-20 upset over Scotland. Fans still talk about it like it was yesterday, the moment GLI Azzurri proved they belonged.
Italy have lost all 11 of their RBS Six Nations encounters to France. And they've got some work to do here to stop it from being 12. This is Tranduc and Morgan Parra.
Parra produced a defence-splitting run with plenty of white shirts outside him. And when Sergio Parise received it, he had all the time in the world to cross over for a surprise lead for the Azzurri.
Over the years, other big wins followed. The 2011's nail-biter against France, 22-21, or the 2013 repeat, 23-18, both on home soil. These victories were rare gems in a history littered with losses. The Rugby World Cup has been another stage for Italy, with the team qualifying for every tournament since the inaugural event in 1987. Yet, they've never escaped the pool stages, often outmuscled by teams like New Zealand or South Africa. However, the landscape of Italian rugby is changing, and it's changing fast. Recent developments within the team and the broader rugby infrastructure in Italy suggest that the Azzurri are on the brink of a new era. One of the most significant changes has been the investment in youth development and grassroots rugby. The Italian Rugby Federation, FIR, has launched ambitious programs to identify and nurture young talent, ensuring that the future of Italian rugby is brighter than ever. Academies and training facilities have been upgraded, and partnerships with top European clubs have provided Italian players with invaluable experience at the highest level.
Bloody oath. God, I mean, how can a team give away 17 penalties, not be warned once, 5 or 6 of those on their own line? The non-awarding of a penalty try to us in the first half there was clearly that number 10 was offside when he tackled.
But it's not just about infrastructure. The coaching staff has undergone a transformation as well. The appointment of Kieran Crowley as head coach in 2021 marked a turning point for the team. When Kieran Crowley took the helm, he didn't just bring his coaching credentials. He brought a whole new mindset. The former New Zealand international infused the squad with a fresh perspective, pushing for bold, attacking rugby and a culture of growth. His approach is already paying off, with players embracing a fearless style that's starting to turn heads on the international stage. Under his guidance, the Azzurri have shown glimpses of their potential, playing with a flair and confidence that was previously missing. Now, With the appointment of Gonzalo Quesada as the new head coach in 2024, the Italian rugby team is entering another exciting chapter. Quesada, an Argentine-Italian coach with a proven track record in both international and club rugby, brings a wealth of experience and a fresh vision to the Azzurri. Quesada's coaching philosophy is built on a foundation of structured play and defensive resilience, areas where Italy has historically struggled. However, he hasn't abandoned the attacking flair that Crowley introduced. Instead, he's blending the two, creating a balanced approach that allows Italy to compete with the best teams in the world. Quesada has emphasised the importance of set-piece precision and game management. Quesada has also placed a strong emphasis on youth development, integrating promising young talents into the squad, while relying on experienced leaders like Michele Lamaro and Paolo Garbisi to drive the team forward. His ability to balance experience with emerging talent has created a dynamic and competitive environment within the team. Early signs of Quesada's impact were evident in Italy's performances in the 2024 Six Nations. While results were mixed, the Azzurri displayed a newfound tactical maturity and resilience, particularly in their narrow defeats to traditional powerhouses like France and Ireland. These performances have sparked optimism among fans, with many believing that Quesada's leadership could be the catalyst for Italy's rise in world rugby. But did you know that a legendary Italian player holds the record for the most international caps? Yes, with 142 appearances, Sergio Parisse was twice shortlisted for the World Rugby Player of the Year award, highlighting his impact on the sport. Well, something big is brewing in Italian rugby. In a recent announcement, the FIR revealed plans to establish a professional league that will rival the top 14 in France and the Gallagher Premiership in England. This groundbreaking move aims to elevate the standard of domestic rugby in Italy, providing a platform for homegrown talent to shine. The league will feature top Italian clubs alongside invited teams from other European nations, creating a competitive environment that will benefit players, fans, and the sport as a whole. This bold initiative has already attracted significant interest from investors and sponsors, signalling a new dawn for Italian rugby. But that's not all. The Azzurri have also made headlines with their performances on the international stage. In the 2023 Six Nations Championship, Italy delivered a series of impressive displays, including a historic victory over Wales. This win, their first against Wales in over a decade, proved just how much the team has grown in confidence and ability to compete with the best. Young stars like Paolo Garbisi and Michele Lamaro have emerged as key players, showcasing the depth of talent within the squad. With a mix of experienced veterans and exciting newcomers, Italy is no longer a team to be taken lightly.
Banda, Brayley, Garbisi, and there's a little gap there, and Garbisi's through it, and off he goes. And Ireland are going to get sucker punched in the end. And Garbisi on debut. The young man is in for the try.
The impact of these changes extends beyond the national team. Italian rugby clubs are also making waves in European competitions. Teams like Benetton Treviso and Zebra Parma have been steadily improving, challenging established sides, and proving that Italian rugby is on the rise. The success of these clubs has not only boosted the profile of Italian rugby, but also provided a pathway for players to develop and excel. In addition to these developments, there's more shocking news that has recently come to light. The FIR has announced a groundbreaking partnership with World Rugby to host the 2025 Rugby World Cup Sevens in Rome. This marks the first time Italy will host a major global rugby event, and it's a clear indication of the growing influence of Italian rugby on the world stage. The tournament is expected to attract thousands of fans from around the globe, providing a significant boost to the local economy and further raising the profile of rugby in Italy. Now, did you know that Italian rugby is known for its passionate fan base? Italian rugby is deeply rooted in the country's culture, with the team's rendition of the national anthem Canto degli Italiani being a highlight of their matches. The sport embodies the Italian spirit of adaptability and tenacity. The Azzurri have secured a series of high-profile friendly matches against top-tier nations in the lead-up to the 2027 Rugby World Cup. These matches, which include fixtures against New Zealand, South Africa and Australia, will provide invaluable experience for the team as they prepare to compete on the world stage. The Führers also confirmed that they are in advanced talks to host one of these matches at the iconic Stadio Olimpico in Rome, which would be a historic moment for Italian rugby. Another major development is the introduction of a new talent identification programme aimed at uncovering the next generation of Italian rugby stars. They're calling it Project Azzurri, and it's all about shaking things up. The plan? To scout young talent from parts of Italy that aren't traditional rugby hotspots, like the South, Sicily and Sardinia. By expanding the talent pool, the FA hopes to unearth hidden gems who could become future stars for the national team. The Italian government has also thrown its weight behind the growth of rugby, announcing a multi-million euro investment in the sport over the next 5 years. This funding will be used to build state-of-the-art training facilities, improve grassroots programs and support the development of women's rugby in Italy. The government's commitment to rugby is a clear sign that the sport is being recognised as a key part of Italy's cultural and sporting identity. So what does all this mean for the future of Italian rugby? The answer is simple. The Azzurri are no longer the whipping boys of the Six Nations. They are a team on the rise, with the talent, resources and determination to compete at the highest level. And that's just the beginning. Italian rugby is turning a new page, and the best is yet to come. What do you think these changes mean for the future of the sport? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you haven't already, check out our previous video on the top 15 greatest Italian tries that shocked the world. You won't want to miss it. Don't forget to subscribe for more updates.